This is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 396. The world doesn't treat you based on what kind of person you are. The world treats you based on what kind of boundaries you set. I was just cleaning my bathroom and I thought of that. I didn't hear that anywhere. I'm sure somebody else said it once, but I just thought of it because I was thinking of my godmother, and then I was thinking about my mom, and I was thinking about me and all the people that I've known and how they have created their life and how they've been treated. And I was thinking about one of my clients, and I just want to talk about it for a second because there's really good people out there. There's really, really good people out there. And if you're a good person, that's awesome. That's great. It's not going to determine what kind of life you get. Honestly, the kind of life that you're going to get is going to be based upon what you tolerate, what you accept, and how you teach others to treat you. The things that you do. Sorry, I'm just getting ready for bed. I had to close my curtains. The things that you allow people to say to you, to do to you, this is going to determine your life. My godmother, she's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. She is so kind, so generous, so giving. She's just a truly genuine, beautiful, amazing person. And she is currently married to a very nasty narcissist who is making her life miserable, and that's what she's going to get probably for the rest of her life. She has I don't want to say all of her business, but she has a very long history of being with narcissistic men, and there has been a lot that I cannot talk about, but a lot has happened in her life. Basically, she can walk away at any time. She can set her boundaries at any time, at any moment of the day. She can say, you're not allowed to talk to me like that. If you talk to me like that again, we're getting a divorce. She can say these things at any time. She has the right and the freedom to do that, but she doesn't feel free. She feels like a prisoner in her own house that she paid for. And she has all this money, and it doesn't mean a damn thing because she's a prisoner in her own mind. And I just wanted you to know that if this is you, then the problem is that you don't love yourself. You don't love yourself, and you might be afraid to be alone. I know she's probably afraid to be alone. I've never seen her alone, to be honest. I've known her like 30 years or so. I've never seen her alone. Most people are so terrified of being alone in this world that they would rather be miserable with someone than be miserable alone. They think they're going to be miserable alone. But anyway, the point is that please look at what you are tolerating, what you are allowing, the words you are allowing people to say to you, the things you are allowing people to do to you. You are in charge. You are the CEO of your life. Don't you dare think that if you're a good person and you do things for people and you pray and you go to church and you do all the right things, don't you dare think that life is going to treat you the way you treat everyone else, because that's not fucking how it works. How it works is you learn how to love yourself, and then you set boundaries and guidelines to teach people how to treat you, and then you get in life what you tolerate. You get your standards met in life, okay? I learned this the hard way because I was a really good person, okay? And I felt sorry for someone, and I let him live in my house rent-free, okay? He didn't have to pay any bills, and this became my boyfriend. And what happened is that he started treating me like shit. He started calling me names. He used to call me a cunt and a bitch and a teeny bopper. He called me a teeny bopper a lot because I guess I acted younger than my age. That wasn't acceptable. He was 10 years older. Anyway, he used to be very nasty to me, and I allowed it. He's in my house. I had a very small room. I'm sharing the room with him and his cat. We're sleeping together. We're in a relationship together, and he's yelling at me all the time. He's making me cry all the time. He's calling me all these names. And I thought that, first of all, this was the best I could do. I was ugly. I was disgusting. I was stupid. I was not experienced at all with men. And I didn't understand that this was not the best I could do by far. And I thought I deserved this. I didn't have any self-worth or self-love. And it's funny because I was eating a raw vegan diet, but I had just went raw when I met him. And I did show myself love through food, right? I was taking really good care of myself, but I did not love myself. Okay, I was just experimenting because I wanted to go raw, because I wanted to be beautiful. I wanted to clear my skin. I wanted to lose weight. And then I realized, it was super healthy. So I started learning more and more. But I didn't love myself. I didn't respect myself. I didn't know my worth. If you don't know what you're worth, nobody knows what you're worth. You understand me? If you go into a store and you don't see a price on something, how is anybody supposed to know what its value is? If you go to a Rolls-Royce dealership and they're selling Rolls-Royces for $10, what do you think is going to happen to the brand? It's going to be valued at nothing. Everyone's going to buy it. They're going to treat them like shit. Like you'll buy 10 Rolls-Royces today for $100. Like the value of the car will depreciate to nothing. Okay? If you value yourself at $10. You see what I'm saying? If you don't value yourself at all, nobody else will either. All right? I don't care what it takes. Do whatever it takes to start to love yourself and see your value. Write out all your gifts and talents. Write out all the amazing things you've done for people. Write out your amazing character traits. Write out all the beautiful things that are you, that you stand for, that you do every day. Write out all the beautiful parts of your body. Write out all the beautiful parts of your spacesuit. Okay? There's so much more to you than what you look like. But acknowledge that you are beautiful and you have beautiful features. Acknowledge that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not conceited, no matter what anybody says. Society will have you think that saying, I love myself, I am beautiful, I am sexy. Society will have you thinking that this is conceited, this is narcissistic, because society wants you to have surgery and buy makeup, okay? And buy new clothes and do self-tanners and get eyelash extensions and get your lips pumped and get a filler so that your chin look like your jawline is more defined. And if you don't do that, buy bronzer so you can define your own jawline, so you can look 10 pounds lighter. I used to do that. Okay, when I used to wear makeup in high school, I used to always do my jawline because then you can look skinnier, supposedly. So there's a tip for all the people out there that refuse to love themselves. And, I'm still on my journey, but, I realized, I am single. I've been single since 2017. Okay, so that's a minute now. And the reason is because I had to repair all the damage that I'd done to myself believing that I was worthless and believing that I was, that I deserved to be yelled at, that I deserved to be called names. And I'm telling you right now, you do not. I do not. You do not. You're not put here to be miserable. You're not put here to be abused. You're not put here to be talked down to and taken advantage of. Okay? And yeah, I'm on my journey and trying to help my godmother and people that I know to see what they're worth and what they deserve. But if you're listening, it's for a reason. Please look at your worth. Look at the things you're doing, that you're allowing, and adjust accordingly. You can be nice to my godmother was nice to everybody and always giving to everyone for everything. And now look, she has a horrible life. Horrible, horrible, horrible life. She was such a good person. Learn from her mistake. She never set her boundaries. She never loved herself. She never saw her own worth. Okay, and she's like me. She grew up in foster care. And when you're a foster child, what happens is you don't believe you have worth because your parents don't want you. So, like, of course you're not worthy of love. Like, nobody wants you. You're not adopted. You don't have parents. You're in limbo. Nobody fucking wants you. So you have no self-worth. You have to break free from that. Yes, bad things might have happened to you. For sure, bad things happened to you in your childhood. It is now your responsibility to break free from those false beliefs, those habitual thought patterns that are lies. They're not true. You are worthy and deserving of all the good and abundance in the universe, and it's waiting for you to accept it. I don't have to know you to know that you're worthy, because you are a part of God. You are a part of the Creator. That makes you automatically worthy and deserving of love and happiness. Now start setting your boundaries with people and don't let them say anything to you that you don't want them to say. Don't let anyone treat you any way that you don't want. And yeah, you might be lonely. Yeah, you might be single for 6 years. Yeah, you might have to break up with your business partners. You might have to break up with your best friend, your boyfriend, your husband, your sister-in-law, your mom, your dad. You might have to get a restraining order. You might have your boss. You might have to quit your job. You might have to turn your whole fucking life upside down. As somebody who did that, please know that it's worth it. Yeah, it's going to be hard, but pain is temporary. Okay? Pain is temporary, but letting somebody treat you like shit, allowing people to talk down to you, to call you names, this misery will last forever. Okay? So yeah, you might be lonely, you might be in pain, but would you rather that, or would you rather have a miserable existence? And yeah, sure, my godmother can find things to be grateful for. She's a beautiful big house. She has amazing cats. You know, she has lots of money. She has lots of people that love her, but yet she's miserable. And she's depressed. And she's married to a piece of shit scumbag. And nobody can get her to leave him because she doesn't believe that she'll ever find anyone else. And it's so sad because no one else, is better. You know what I'm saying? If she lives the rest of her life alone, it's better than being in a toxic situationship. They are married, so it's a toxic marriage. But it's not a real marriage. A real marriage is beautiful. And I believe in it. And I never wanted to get married my whole life. I'm 38 now. I never wanted to have kids. I never wanted to get married. I didn't want to have kids because I was taking care of my sister for 35 years and my mom, but physically my sister. So she was my child, and I didn't want, I didn't have the time or energy, or I didn't want to take away the love I was giving to my sister and the time. Okay. And, she's passed away, and I've been rethinking it, of course, but marriage, I never even considered. And I realized in therapy that I never considered it because I never thought I was worthy of somebody marrying. I never thought that anybody would choose me. So before anybody didn't choose me, I said, I don't want to get married. But the truth is that I do want to get married. And I am worthy and deserving of all the love and abundance in the universe. And so are you.